Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and this video is going to show the fastest fully upgraded vehicles from the GTA Online contract DLC in terms of top speed. As always, the position counter is in the top left with the actual top speed the vehicle achieved in the top right, and since there are cars from a number of classes here, the positions within their own classes are also listed in the top left. This video lists all vehicles added on day 1 of the contract DLC. For any drip feed cars added after that, other classes of cars because I've tested them all, and all the information you need about this series, check the playlist linked in the second line of the description, and feel free to check out my Patreon or become a YouTube member if you want to support this work and get testing results of any new cars a little bit early. So the first 4 cars are pretty much what you would expect if you've seen the lap time testing video from yesterday. We had the Jubilee first, then we've got the Deity, and then we've got the other 2 sedan and SUVs with the Astron in 5th place. It's a little bit down on, the Toros, for example, 119.3 versus the Toros's 127. So in comparison to the other top 3 SUVs, it lacks a little bit, but again, the Astron is more consistent with the way that it drives around the lap, so it could be competitive. It's lacking a little bit in the straight line speed department, and that's where it kind of loses its edge. We're in 4th place, we've got the Chinky Mila here, and again, this is one that's just a little bit down on the top of the Shafter V12. Obviously we saw that it was very competitive with the Shafter for lap time. It's a little bit down on it for top speed. We'll see a comparison at the end where you can see that it's not that much. And again, we've got a good balance at the top of sedans. They're very, very closely matched, and basically 3 cars that you can use at the top of the sedans class. Now, moving on to the sort of the big 3 that we saw from the lap time testing video. First up is, probably no surprise, the champion. We've got a disappointing supercar, although it kind of reminds me of a Taipan and an Entity XXR in a way, where they were disappointing in terms of lap time performance, but around in terms of top speed, they're not too bad. And 124.8 miles per hour, that's okay, 21st place in supers. It's nothing special in the supers class, but it's not bad either. It's alright, and it's actually exactly the same top speed as the Ignus, which is in 2nd place. 124.8 miles per hour for the Ignus as well. The Ignus gets the position over the champion because it's much quicker around the lap. 20th place for supers, so just scrapes into the top 20, and 124.8 miles per hour is actually exactly the same top speed as the Adder. So the champion and the Ignus share the same top speed as the Adder, and that means that there's only 1 car left. And what could it possibly be? Well, it's the Buffalo STX. The number 1 quickest top speed vehicle from this DLC is a muscle car with 126.3 mile per hour top speed. That puts it 2nd place in muscle by 1/4 mile per hour. It doesn't quite dethrone the Pisswasser Dominator, but it's incredibly close, and when we see the comparison in a few seconds, you'll see that there's basically almost nothing between them. And when I said in the lap time testing video that the Buffalo was basically a Dominator GTX with a good top speed, well, they've not only just given it a respectable top speed, they've basically the Buffalo STX is a Dominator GTX in terms of grip with a Pisswasser Dominator's top speed. And that is a dominating combination. It really is, and that's why it's so quick and so demolishing of the muscle class. It's combining basically the best of both worlds. So like I say, it would have been interesting if it was a sports car with that top speed, going up against sort of Feltzers and Massacros and being slightly worse in the corners but slightly higher top speed. But hey, instead of being able to race them against those sports cars, it's in the muscle class, unlike every other Buffalo, and it just demolishes the class to be the point where the Buffalo is the only thing that you ever need. And as we see from here as well with the 2 sedans, it's very closely matched at the top of sedans now as well. So a little bit more balance in sedans and a lot less balance in muscle. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Consider supporting on Patreon or become a YouTube member if you want testing results early, and remember to read the description for more info, comment with your thoughts, like the video if you enjoyed it, found it helpful, and subscribe for more. Thank you all so much for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.